Hello to my wonderful students, devout disciples. Welcome. This is your Master GongSun, known in Mandarin as GongSun Sifu. GongSun Sifu. Now, a lot of people don't know this, but it's pronounced GongSun. There's, even though it's spelled S-U-N, there's a silent W between the S and the U. That's just the side effect of the romanization of the Chinese language into English. All right, let us begin chapter 37 of the WenZi, Further Teachings of LaoZi. We are using the translated version by Thomas Cleary. Let us begin. Of course, I will not be reading the entire chapter. That is just too long, and frankly, it might be boring. So I will select the most interesting passages to analyze. Let's start. The ears of someone whose eyes are examining the tip of a fine hair do not hear a peal of thunder. The eyes of someone whose ears are tuning a musical instrument do not see an enormous mountain. Thus, when there is a fixation of attention on small things, then there is forgetfulness of great things. Now, isn't that just wonderful advice? Because if you're too obsessed with tiny details, you will not see the forest for the trees. Instead, you will be fixated on minute details, some of which don't even matter. And that's why in this chapter, I believe LaoZi is saying that we should not over-prepare for anything. I'm not saying you should wing it, you should prepare somewhat, but you should always be open to possibilities that arise in the moment. Sometimes you think of something in the moment and then you go with it, and that's perfectly fine. It might very well be more spontaneous and natural that way. And there we go with the naturalness, right, which is a very important concept in Taoism. Right? Everything in its own unrefined natural state is superior to something that has been altered unnaturally. For example, have you seen all those aging, Hollywood celebrities, like men and women, but especially women? They look like they have had work done. They don't look natural. They look like they've been repaired or fixed surgically, manually, by someone else. And when I look at the 60-year-old actresses who pretend that they're still 35, I'm thinking, yes, they've had cosmetic surgery, and no, they do not look good. It just looks exactly like that they've had plastic surgery. And it's obvious right away, and I don't, they just look natural. They should age naturally, because that's the way the Tao had intended for us to be, to age. We must age gracefully instead of not being natural. Because when I look at those pictures of those aging Hollywood actresses, I feel disgust that they went to the lengths of actually getting plastic surgery. I admire the actresses who age naturally. I admire those who, people like Maggie Smith, God rest her soul, the Tao rest her soul, who passed away, right? I don't think she's ever had work done. I would much rather someone be natural, because it's authentic. Natural state. The natural state is authentic, and people respond well to authenticity. Don't forget that. This has been your Master GongSun. As usual, keep living in alignment with the Tao.